In this video, I'm going to take you through my process of setting up a playbook every year. First video, Madden 24. This is one of the first things I do every year in Madden. Start to get my custom playbook together. Let's go. Hold up, we can't do the same thing we was doing for 23. It's 24. Roll a new intro. Yeah, it's Philly Renegade. I hope you enjoyed the new intro. Madden 24 is finally here. I finally got my hands on it. I thought I was going to be on vacation this week, but when it came down to it, I ain't have vacation. I wasn't on vacation at all. It got moved to another week, so it is what it is. I had to wait the 3 extra days. I got it now. We're ready to dive in. Like I mentioned in the intro, this is going to take you through my process on how I build custom playbooks. And quick on why I do this. I played up until last year. I played all head-to-head games. I played over 1,500 head-to-head games last year. And I like to build my playbook, to where I like to run my offense. I'm my own offensive coordinator. I get a feel for it. I see what's what. And then I figure, I adjust my playbook how I like to run it. I feel like that makes me a more successful player than if I was just to get a regular playbook and ball out. That's why I do it. A lot of people call custom playbooks cheesy. I understand that. But the reason being is that most people that's building custom playbooks, all they doing is adding cheese from YouTube. I don't do that. I go design a playbook how I like to play the game. I'm telling you, if you do this, you're going to be into it more. You're going to find yourself calling more plays because you done added so much heat. You ain't going to have no choice but to go in and call them in a real game because you laugh so much. You want to roll it out. So let's jump into it. Let's walk through my process. All right, first thing you want to do is go over to the NFL logo. If you never created a custom playbook, go over to playbooks. You're going to be brought to a screen that's going to say create offensive playbooks. On the PlayStation, it's L1 and R1. You go across there, you see create offense and defense, edit offense and defense. So it's LB and RB on the Xbox, right? So go in there. Last year, I based my playbook off of Baltimore. Baltimore had more option plays last year. I came in, I decided I wanted to dedicate my playbook to option plays last year, give myself a little bit of a different feel than most players. Not a whole lot of players take the time to learn how to run option, so I wanted to be different last year and dedicate my game to running option. Next year, I'm gonna continue that. Especially now that Jamie got that X factor, he's bulked up. That option will be deadly this year. So I ran a couple games so far, and I used Philly's playbook to start. I've never used Philly playbook to start to build a playbook. I never liked Andy Reid's playbook. I never liked Doug Peterson up to Sirianni. I don't even remember Chip Kelly's playbook. So this year I'm gonna start with Philly, select that and move on. Now, first thing I do is I come over to all plays and I look down at the bottom of the screen, see down in the bottom right, play count. So it just tells me how many plays I have available to add, So I got 122 plays I can add to this playbook right now. I can just go in, load it up, and start playing. But that's not how I do it. This is how you do it. What I do typically is I'll go through this playbook and I would delete all the formations I don't like, first and foremost. Then I would go in and I'll go in with the formation that's already in there and delete the plays. Now this takes time. I don't sit down and do this in one night. I take my time. I take a couple weeks over the first couple weeks of having Madden, of going in and refining it. I will get a base playbook together in like a day or so I can jump online and start playing, start going from there. So let's take an example. So I go back, once I get to the count in all plays, and it's also in my plays too. So I got my count at 378. Now I'm in my playbook up at the top there, see it's highlighted. Now these are plays that are in my playbook. So I can go through there, I can look and say I'm in pistol. I'm probably not going to delete it, not a pistol. So let me jump in this shotgun here. Single back, no, let me go to shotgun. Yeah, because in shotgun, there was a formation that I hate, this double stack cheese. So I know I don't like this play. The count's 378. I'm gonna hit the triangle. It's gonna ask me, do I want to delete all plays? I'm gonna hit yes. All those plays are now gone. Now I'm down to 372 plays. I'm gonna continue to do that. I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna find all the formations that I don't like. I start with formations because if it's a formation I don't like, it just gets rid of all of those plays out that formation. Then the second thing I'm gonna do is come back through, and then I start to look at different plays within the formation that's in there that I don't run. It's just some plays that, you know, you see it, you just would never run it. You know, some of these RPOs, it depends. Some RPOs I'll run, you know, some RPOs I won't. So if I know I'm not gonna run it, I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of it out of my playbook. You know, some of them are a little goofy, so I don't like to, you know, don't like to run some of these RPOs. All right, so that one I might leave in. So we'll see. I'll just go through. Point being, you know, take a look for plays that I don't like, and then I go formation by formation. And this hitch here, so I wouldn't run this. Maybe down the goal line, but it's not something I typically would call. So I hit X. X brings up this screen. Do you want to delete just this individual play? You know, so it's A on the Xbox. Hit that, remove just that single play. That play just dropped down. My count's down to 371. So that's how I go through, get my playbook down to a starting level. So it's a good time to save this playbook. So go there, save playbook. Yes. You want to get a name for your playbook. I'm just going to call this one Renegade for now. Once you save it, you know, you can go back in. The way I saved this, I'm going to back out. So if you see there, I'm back on create offense. Go back, edit offense. To get back into it, just go there. And then you click the playbook you want to get into. Next is adding plays. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to look for plays I want to add into the playbook. So just to review the rest of the screen that we're looking here. So if you look down at the bottom, you got formations 3 of 8. If you look in my playbook here, the Philadelphia Eagles only have 3 formations. You hit L2, and you can see here, all I got is pistol, shotgun, and single back. That's it. That's all they got in their playbook. So they only had the 3 formations. I can add 5 more formations into the playbook. The sets mean just the number of plays that you have within a particular formation. So in single back, it had that bunch set. It has this double wide off close. That's just sets. So in single back, I got 35 of the 52 eligible sets. And then plays is just how many plays in set is 12 out of 33. So that means I got 12 of the possible 33 plays in this particular, in this set. So I could go over, I could find that formation and add more plays if I wanted to for a particular set if I wanted to. So I had 12 of 33, I can go in and add some more. So what I'm gonna do now, I usually start with shotgun. I start to go through and I look for, you know, things that I wanna run. Now, last year, corners was hot. I ran a lot of corners, but you know, I shouldn't just say corners, anything outside the hash mark. It really wasn't that corners were so hot. It was just Madden was so good. People in Madden were so good at, you know, covering the middle of the field with their users. So I just decided to attack the outside hashes. So it did me well last year, but this year I decided I want to try to attack more of the inside. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to go through and start looking for more plays to go through and attack that. So screen plays are also supposed to be back. So I'm gonna test that theory. I'm gonna go through, add a bunch of screens in my playbook this year. So I'll go through, I'm looking. I don't really like that formation. I'm going through, looking for formations I'm liking. When I'm in a formation, I'm gonna tell you what I'm looking for. I'm looking for 4 plays to start with, a base 4 plays. Now I may add more 4 plays, but here's my 4 base plays. A run play. I'm looking for a quick pass play. I'm looking for a nice shot play. It doesn't have to be a shot, middle to deep play. And then I'm looking for a play action play. And I'm gonna get into why I'm looking for those 4 plays in a minute. So I normally scroll through quickly. I don't spend a whole lot of time here. If I see something I like this Playbook over. I said I wanted to add more boots this year into my game. So now I got a base play to potentially add this formation. Then I start looking for the rest of the plays as I go through. Now, this one is a couple things I like, but I don't want to add this one right now. I might make a little mental note or write it down, come back to that formation. So last year, this was my formation. So going through here, there's definitely a couple plays in here I like to run. Just go through and I'm looking. I see enough I want to add it. So I'll go ahead and take the screen. I'll take my run play. I'm looking for a pass play, a non-play action play. I'm gonna take that one. And then I'm looking for a play action. Now, all formations may not have, like this one doesn't have a great play action. So I would just add another second deep pass play. So I'm gonna take the verticals right there. Once I have that, I may go through and look and see if I want to add anything more, So I'm gonna take that choice shallow dig, and then I'm gonna move on, go down to the next formation, find the next formation I want to add to the playbook. So let's do one more, and then we're gonna jump into something else here. I run a lot of options last year when I was doing this. I really went through all the shotgun formations, and if I saw something that had options, it had a good chance of getting added to my playbook, just to give me more options to run. Traps are always good to add. So just because of this trap, I might want to add this formation, so a single play might, drive me to go ahead and add it into my playbook. And then I'm just looking through for the other plays I want to add to the playbook. So I'm just scrolling through here. This play here is a classic man play. This has been in my playbook every year, probably for the last 5 years. So I'm gonna add that. I got my screen there. I got that flood, I love that. And there's a read option, I'm going to add that. I'm just going through and looking, seeing what I want to add. I'm going to take this, I like this, I can see that being the cover too. I'm going to put it in there and test it out. That PA read, classic, so, okay. This is a good formation to add, double Y flex. Now, I'm going to take you over to the next thing I would do. I'm going to save it again here. And next we're gonna get into audibles. So for your audibles, it's already set up for you this way for the most part. Your audibles are gonna contain a pretty standard format. So what I mean by that is square is usually always a quick pass, something that you can get out your hands fast. If you look at that Mets flat spot, that's a quick pass. You can get out your hands quickly. You got your drags. Triangle's usually gonna be a run. L1 is going to be a pass. Again, that's your either shot play or, just a medium to deep pass. And R1 is usually always your play action. So this bunch straight nasty is a typical setup how you would see your audibles. Now, sometimes you won't have this because you might not have a play action in your formation like that one we had a second ago. But this is typically how it's set up. You'll get the 4 type of plays. So this double Y flex I added, if you look here, this is why you go through your audibles, right? Because I just added this into my playbook, but it doesn't have 3 of the 4 audibles, So this is where you want to go through, make sure your audibles are set. So you click X to jump in. Square is going to be your quick pass. In this instance, screen is perfect for that, especially if screen passes are back hot like they're supposed to be. A lot of times in my formation, I will put screen as my square pass, so I can scroll through quickly and get to my screens. My run is going to be there. I'm putting my speed option, or my read option there. So that's going to be my triangle. This is standard pass here. So here, let me see. I'm going to go with flood. And then this PA read, I don't really like, I like that play, but I actually like PA deep outs more. So I'm going to add the PA deep outs into my, to my audibles. So then you go back out and I'll go through all the formations that I added. And then you want to go through the formations that were already there because, sometimes it's just not set up the way you want it. Right, so you want to walk through every formation. Like this slant, I might change that because slants you can hot route, so you don't really necessarily need that to be in your audibles. There's no screen in there, so, I might just, find something later. So go through each formation. This one here has 2 running plays because there's not a whole lot of plays available to you. If you look here, So they just set L1 up as a pass play there. In this case, I would go in and I would flip it around a little bit because my L1 and my R1s are always pass plays. So I'm definitely gonna move that HB power O out of there because L1 to me, if I'm going through quickly and I'm hitting L1, you know, I'm expecting that to be a pass play. So I'm most definitely gonna change that and get rid of halfback power option out of my L1. So, and then bench there's no play action, so it is what it is. You know, that's cool. But L1 is definitely gonna get changed. So let me see what I'm gonna do for this one. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna change this to bench here, and then I'm gonna change my bench to the tight end option. I just like the way that flows a little bit better. And then I'm gonna come up to my square, and I'm gonna change this to another running play. Now again, this was typically a quick pass, but there are no other pass plays in here, so I'm just gonna pick another run play there. So there we go, I got my 2 passes and I got 2 runs in this particular formation. So it is what it is. You know, typically I try to stay with my formula, but you know, I didn't have a short pass available. I could go add another short pass, but it's all good. I'm gonna go save it now again. It's at a base level where I'm ready to jump in and play online. And then I just start to refine it from there. So the last step we're just gonna walk through. I'm gonna just show you where you select it at. If you never used a custom playbook, it's pretty straightforward. It's just like selecting any playbook. You just gotta scroll down, get in there and scroll all the way to the end. Let's take a look at that. Go to advanced options. Scroll all the way over, keep going to the end. If you see Arizona come back around, you went too far, but you select your playbook. That's it. Philly Renegade, jump in, take your time with it. Add plays, go in, lap them out. Add a formation at a time if you need to. I'm telling you, you're gonna be a better play caller because it's gonna be your baby. You're gonna have a feel for it, and you're gonna open up expand your offense just by walking through these steps. Hopefully this video will help you. If you haven't, subscribe, like, comment. It's Philly Renegade. Let's go.